Okay, I wasn't in for most of it. I was off for a week with swine flu, so then it's basically sorted the storyboard out and stuff like that.
Yeah, Jared and Dean came up with who's going to be acting and where the location and stuff was going to be set up, and I started drawing up the storyboard. And yeah.
Straight away we decided on what the plan was, what we were going to do. The actors would be me and Deborah, and basically stuck straight into it.
We decided on filming it. At first we had in the detention room, overflow room,
Yeah.
and then that all fell apart, so we had to use the
Yeah, it was sunny one moment and dark the other.
yeah, all the shots were awful and stuff, so we had to change that.
Basically the lighting was just extremely bad, we had to change room.
Even in the actual finishing video there was a problem, there was guitar classes going on in the last room.
Yeah.
So there's like a change of lighting in one of the lines, but it was hard to pass off.
So with the script, basically we just kept falling apart. We needed to keep on the length, it was too short. We had to keep changing it. The length just kept changing from the whole way through it till we actually finished properly.
Yeah, it didn't really flow that well, and then it sounded really cheesy at parts. It still does.
Yeah, it's still really cheesy, and some of the stuff like been added in just to fill in time was kind of...
Yeah. So some bits didn't really flow that well. But it was better than the first one.
So the first one was actually good, and then we kept trying and it got bad, and then we tried one more time and it was slightly better than the first one.
As I mentioned earlier, our first location was set in the overflow room, but then, like Dean and Alicia said, the lighting was really bad and things just weren't working out in it, so I had to change it.
Basically. What do you call it? And then we went, where was the next room we actually went to?
Lunchroom.
Yeah, lunchroom.
The lunchroom down at the very bottom of the corridor, and then the
cleaners came in.
The cleaners came in every single day and used to sit down and set all their mops and stuff down there, so we had to go.
Couldn't film them.
So we ended up in another lunchroom. And our problem with the original overflow room was every time we went in, the desks had changed, and there was all sorts of problems. One day the shutter was broke at the back, so it caused problems with lighting yet
And then
again.
different books.
Yeah, it was mass book one day, and
Yeah.
then it was gone the next, and we had to use that in the shot, so...
It was just continuity fault.
Yeah.
So we ended up coming up with the phone and an iPod.
Which looks really weird now.
Our actors were class.
Yeah, me and Dean acted, and it wasn't that good. But we were always there, and we were able
No,
to get
the acting was actually okay, it was just some of the faces you were like... you really...
As we did do drama, the
Yeah.
acting wasn't the best.
We were expecting to be behind the camera. Basically the outtakes we've already mentioned, but the amount that we had to go through to get to the final video, which didn't even turn out amazingly.
Yeah.
Literally there was hundreds of outtakes, and when we had to put every single one of them up on a computer and up on the website, so yeah, this is gonna be kind of hard.
Any other ones with deviation?
Another deviation would be the problem again with the overflow room. Next door to the overflow room was the toilet, and every time someone went to use a hand dryer, there was excessive noise.
So
That
people
was
walking
really
up and down
hard.
the corridor as well when we were trying to film a shot where Dean comes into the room and then he leaves, and these two guys like started jumping around and stuff. Then there was a school bag in the shop, and then we couldn't use that. And then a wee girl came out of the room because the two studies are beside the overflow room.
There was
Sometimes the shots were too
short.
Yeah.
When Jordy was directing it at the start of it, he was doing the camera work and then I changed over. But when you hit the button, it takes a while for it to actually start recording, so half of the lines were being cut off,
Yeah.
and we didn't actually notice until when we actually came back, so we had to keep going out and recording.
It's really annoying. And then if you only did like a couple of shots of that, you had to go. You just said you had to go back out.
And the fact that we're unbelievably giggly.
Yeah, it's this one problem. So I'm sorry, just the problem with
The hand dryer?
yeah, for our first take and the whole thing, just the problem with the hand dryer was the only really sound problem we had.
But there was like atmospheric sounds. They were like, no way, like if it was a windy room, you'd have that noise about.
Yeah.
But and then you'd walk into another room, or else it'd be a different day or something. It'd be completely silent. That happened a couple of times in the video.
But our final one, I don't think
There's a wee bit, but
is
like,
there a bit of
yeah.
And there was a bit where I go down and put out the chair and it may cut off a leg, but It's not that noticeable. Continuity.
No
was
continuity
very
through,
good.
like, at the very start, yeah, it was completely horrible, like, scenes like the door and him sitting down and stuff. There is a couple of, like, mix-ups in the movie we actually made, but see, other than the continuity is pretty good.
It was a major continuity fault with Deborah having glasses on in one scene and then having her glasses above her head in the other scene.
That's what made us with. That's the reason we had to like totally reshoot again. Along with the other problems.
And then the lighting was changed in other ones as well, so the continuity was bad on that, the sound. What else was it?
You mentioned earlier some of the, I know we're probably overflowing with the maths books. Sometimes you're sitting down with the maths book and a 5-page, the next room would be like an English, next shot would be an English book.
And then the changeover in rooms as well. We had to kind of reshoot everything because it was two completely different scenes.
Yeah. Without whatever you say, Liam, as well. We can even have the stuff in the background because it just have
Oh yeah,
its face.
one scene we had to reshoot because there basically wasn't enough time in the video, and there was a jump between scenes, so we had to add something in that wouldn't make it like that. But the scene that we took is really, really corny, but just the way it's taken, it's completely different because it's really, really sunny today and was normal yesterday. So the sun's shining down and he has his like face is all lit up and he says whatever you say, whereas in the rest of the video it's all pretty dull.
Yeah.